Hey guys, and welcome back. As you may have guessed from the title of this video, today's video is gonna be on dowry death. We also have a big announcement, a big surprise. So stay till the end of the video for that surprise. Also, we're sorry for the delay in getting this video to you, but we hope that the big surprise of the announcement can make up for it. So on to the video of the day.
ये शादी करनी है या हम उठ जाएं?
उठ जाओ। क्या देखेगा तू? हाँ, क्या देखेगा? अरे अब तो दुनिया तेरा तमाशा देखेगी। तू, तेरी बीवी, तेरे सारे रिश्तेदार, नौकर चाकर सारे जितने आए ना, उन सब के कपड़े, ये सूट बूट, पगड़ी, मोजे, यहाँ तक कि बनियान, रुमाल और चड्डी तक मेरे पापा के दिए हुए पहने खड़े। अगर 2 सेकंड और खड़े रहे ना, तो सारे यहाँ उतरवा के नंगा भगा दूंगी।
दीदी, अपनी तो इज्जत पूरी अब गई।
ये तो पागल हो गई। तू पागल, तेरा सारा खानदान पागल, लालची बुढ़िया, लालची बुढ़िया, लालची बुढ़िया।
We hope that clip pumped you up for the video of the day. Dowry death is a common topic in all exams and is always relevant in a place like India. And that is so unfortunate, but that's true. It's a shame to even say it that dowry death is still relevant in India. But we have to deal with the problem. The Supreme Court bench of Justice K.S. Radhakrishnan and Justice Deepak Misra recently held that a daughter-in-law should be treated as a family member and not a housemaid. How unfortunate is it that we live in a society where the Supreme Court bench still has to pronounce this out for us. But the Supreme Court bench also said that it is a matter of grave concern and shame that brides are burnt or otherwise their life sparks are extinguished by torture, both physical and mental, because of the demand of dowry or insatiable greed, and sometimes even sense the demand of dowry. In deference to this sentiment, let's check out section 304 capital B of the Indian Penal Code, which deals with the law relevant to dowry death. Clause 1 provides that where the death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury or occurs otherwise than under normal circumstances within 7 years of her marriage, and it is shown that soon before her death she was subjected to cruelty or harassment by the husband or the relatives, or in connection with any demand of dowry, such death shall be called dowry death. And then clause 2 says that whoever commits dowry death shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years and may extend to life imprisonment. Now, let's break down the ingredients and the section in detail. Let's see the essentials of this section. Number 1. The important point for you to remember is that this section can apply either to homicide or suicide. So, if the murder is committed or if the woman commits suicide, in both of these cases, the charges for this section can be applied. Number 2. Death of the woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury or occurs otherwise than under normal circumstances. So it should be something that arouses suspicion, and it will be relative and it will depend on facts and circumstances of each case whether it arouses suspicion or not. Number 3. It has to be shown that soon before her death she is subjected to cruelty or harassment by the husband or any relative in connection to the demand for dowry. So, the important aspect here is that it is only required to be shown. Underline the word shown. It doesn't have to be proven. You just have to show that prima facie she was subjected to cruelty or harassment for dowry by the husband or the relative. So, the burden of proof is less. You don't have to prove it. You just have to show it. And if the circumstances are there and you can prima facie show that, that's good enough. So, there's lesser burden of proof than it would have been if it were murder or culpable homicide. The burden of proof is less in this. Furthermore, it is essential that the subjection to cruelty and harassment was soon before her death. This is also known as the proximity test. It should not be like she was asked for something 6 years ago and then nobody said anything for 6 years, and then 6 years later she commits suicide and the prosecution says it was dowry death because 6 years ago she was asked for 1 gold coin. That won't be good enough. It has to be shown that soon before her death she was subjected to cruelty or harassment for dowry. And soon before is a subjective term. It will depend on the facts and circumstances of each case. But there has to be some cause and effect relationship or link between the harassment and the death. This was held in Ashok Kumar versus State of Haryana and also in the case of Hiralal versus State. Number 4. Additional charges are often joined with section 304 capital B. For example, the prosecution can also prove the ingredients of either section 299 or 300 and prove culpable homicide or murder. But you have to understand that if there's an additional charge of section 302, then the burden of proof is higher to show culpable homicide or murder, as opposed to the burden of proof under section 304 capital B, in which all you have to do is show the prima facie facts and circumstances. Dowry death is a lot easier to prove than culpable homicide and murder. This was held in the case of Ram Bahadur Sharma versus State of Bihar. A distinct charge of section 498, which deals with cruelty, can also be added. That was held in the case of Shanti versus State of Haryana. Sometimes prosecution also adds the charge of abetment to suicide under section 306 to the list of offences, and sometimes they only add 304 capital B. It depends on the facts of each case. Number 5. It is important for you to know that section 113 capital B of the Indian Evidence Act establishes the presumption of dowry death. If the ingredients of section 304 capital B, which deals with dowry death, which we just discussed, are prima facie shown by the prosecution, the court shall presume that such person had caused dowry death. This shifts the burden of proof to the accused. Now, we are going to presume that you committed the dowry death. Now, you go ahead and prove that you didn't do it. The burden of proof shifts to the accused because the court takes a presumption that you did it. That's another point regarding the burden of proof. All of these are important points with respect to dowry death. Now that we've done with that, let's get to the big announcement that we said we will give you at the end of the video. The big announcement is that ASAP Law now has an official website. Yay! So now you guys can learn more about us. You can find out about our team, who all we have, our story. If you need any more information, you can contact us. Our website is www.asaplaw.in. It's not .com, it's .in. I will leave the link in the description box. If you're on a computer, you can click anywhere on the screen right now and it will take you to the website. I will also put it in a card which will appear on the top right corner of your screen. Be sure to check out our website and don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go so you get notified of new videos.